Hello everyone, it's Tracy Lewinand.
Peter Murray, good morning, Tracy.
How are you doing, Peter? It's actually good afternoon.
Uh, Good afternoon. It is a good afternoon. You're right. It's 1:15 here by me. What's the time there?
Well, if it's 2, it's 3:15 then. So yeah, time flies here in Dubai.
Time flies surely.
So Peter,
Tracy, I just want to make sure, are you presenting? Because I don't see you fully on my screen here.
I am.
So you are presenting.
Should we go out and check?
I think you should just check, yes, just to make sure that everybody gets the picture, because then otherwise every time I speak, my icon is going to jump onto the
Yes,
screen.
I am. I have done it. I am presenting.
Okay, so
All
it's the
right.
mistake. The
Perfect.
mistake is there we go.
Okay, Peter, so are you a winner yet? Well, that's what everybody else should be asking themselves. Are they a winner yet? Do you want to tell us a bit about this awesome giveaway that's happening at the moment?
Well, we are on your blog. We just launched our Bit Media blog last week, and actually, thank you to everyone who's visited our blog and has been subscribing and who has been leaving comments. But in actual fact, we have a competition. If you go to any blog post, you will see that there's prizes to be won if you do certain actions, and we give away free Satoshi, and Satoshi is the basic unit of Bitcoin. So you can earn some free Bitcoins by visiting our site.
And thousands have been given away already. So this is very, very exciting. And basically, it's also going to help people go through our articles, read our articles, and educate themselves and keep themselves up to date with what's going on. So it's twofold: education and, of course, the chance of winning.
Yeah, I mean, giving the giveaway is just a little bit of fun and to get some exposure for our blog. But really, the big value to anybody is by following our blog, following our Facebook page, and following our YouTube channel. You are getting a free education on Bitcoin, and that is invaluable because we're talking about the most disruptive technology that was invented since fire, I would believe.
Yes. No, absolutely, Peter. Absolutely. Okay, so these are some of the headlines that are on our Facebook page. We've got our Facebook page, Bit Media. So if you could please go there and have a look at these articles as well as others. So here are a few. Bitcoin mining giant invests 1.6 million in trading platform. I mean, Peter, every single week we hear about money being thrown at development, at startup businesses. It's incredible what's going on.
Like I said last week, I've been following the job market, and because it's an indication of growth in an industry, and there's so many jobs for Bitcoin developers, junior developers, and so anybody that wants to have a new looking at a new career, this is a growing industry. This is not just internet fad. Bitcoin and the blockchain technology has become a growing industry, and they're looking for people. Junior developers are in the UK is where the demand is the highest at the moment, because London, as you know, I said it before, is the fintech capital of the world. Um, Junior developers can earn up to £50,000 a year, and a senior blockchain developer can now earn over £100,000 a year. And
It's incredible.
yeah, there's a shortage of people with the knowledge on, big companies are hiring.
Mm. That's incredible. Okay, so Estonia have actually, their bank and a company called Chromaway have won an innovation award for blockchain application. So, there's a lot of recognition now for people that are doing stuff like this.
Absolutely. I mean, there's industry awards, and as you can, as you go on, you'll find that there's, especially in Europe. Europe love their industry organizations and stuff like that. But yeah, all the countries are getting involved. There's not a country that I hear of where, governments or big companies are not involved at the moment in blockchain technology and in Bitcoin. And when was the last time you've heard anything like this? It's a
Yeah.
major adoption wave.
That's going on at the moment, absolutely. Our next headline, Bitcoin legal experts launched a European digital currency and blockchain technology forum. I mean, this as well, there's just many of these group discussions going around, seminars going on. And of course, from this is going to kickstart all sorts of other things.
Well, like I said, the Europeans especially love their forums and their groups and their industry groups. That's the way they've always networked and worked. And you'll see more and more of this stuff going up. And it just gives more credence and builds trust in Bitcoin and the whole Bitcoin blockchain technology and what's going on around, the whole cryptocurrency industry and the whole fintech industry, actually, as a wider industry.
Yes,
So it's really just another report that shows us that this is not even becoming mainstream anymore. It's now become it is mainstream already, and soon you'll hear that these forums are 5 years old. That's the next thing you'll be hearing.
yes. No, excellent. And Delhi-based Bitcoin startup Coincheck raises $1.2 million angel funding to foray into global markets. I mean, this is a big thing for this Indian-based company, because also India is, they believe, is really the right kind of country to be starting up with Bitcoin, to be actually adopting Bitcoin more and more.
Well, the thing is, we've got a huge unbanked community, probably the largest unbanked community in the world, or population in the world, in India. And the
Yes.
banks for years have been trying to find ways of tapping that market. And now with Bitcoin and the blockchain technology, it's giving a way, to get that people involved in the real economies of the world. So that's going to be amazing. It's absolutely just, I don't know what else to say. This is all just amazing. It amazes me how this is happening. And, everybody in the mainstream is involved with this, except you don't see anything really on the mainstream media. That's the other thing, and that's why we are so getting the word out there. You've seen some reports and stuff in mainstream media, but I think there's
Not
going to be an
enough.
explosion of reporting soon.
Yes, exactly. By the way, this Delhi-based startup has partnered with 3 banks, so it's going to be interesting to see what they do. And as I say, the full article is on our page. The next heading, Europeans can now get a Bitcoin salary and save their boss money. I mean, this is a good thing, hey? Bitcoin can save so much money, so many people so much money in transaction fees, and all sorts of things.
Well, Tracy, as you know, I'm converting my whole existence to Bitcoin. Um, And in Europe, it's very easy to do. You can actually, get your salary paid in Bitcoin. You can pay all your invoices and everything by Bitcoin. We've said it many times. You can really live a complete Bitcoin lifestyle if you'd like to.
Yes, yes, you can. You definitely can. Definitely with the, obviously the debit cards that we've got, ATMs that are springing up, and soon banks will get involved as well. So, we are going to be living Bitcoin lives. And the sooner you're adopted, the better.
You're probably using Bitcoin already in some blockchain applications that are being used in normal phone apps and stuff like that you don't even know that you're using it.
Very, very interesting stuff, this. And it's so exciting, Peter, so exciting. I mean, we've been doing this news since the end of January?
Yes.
And every single week, we are just getting more and more and more articles, and more adoption is happening. Countries, in industry, different industries are getting involved as well. So I'm so excited, and honestly, we are in the right place at the right time. This thing is just going to go absolutely bananas.
You know what amazes me, if you look back at all the countries involved and all the big companies involved, You have to ask yourself, how did they all hear about blockchain and how did they all hear about Bitcoin? You know, and the thing is, it just shows you how companies really finding this technology attractive because it really sells itself. You know, and I know all the big accounting firms and firms like that are going around and giving presentations on blockchain technology and stuff. Certainly in Zurich and places like that.
Yes.
You can go to blockchain and Bitcoin presentations all the time if you like, and hear what is going on and keep abreast of new developments. And so that is very very exciting. The way things are growing, it's actually unbelievable.
Yes, it is.
We're sitting here in a revolution that's happening, and it's like most people don't are not even aware of this at the moment.
I know. I know. And you know what? So many people think that Bitcoin is a business. They think it's a scam. In fact, there's so many people out there who have no idea of the importance and the implication that Bitcoin is going to have in our lives in the future. And it's actually the early adopters that are going to win here, and the sooner
Well,
you can get involved, the better.
Well, I think, Tracy, the thing is where people are informed, and that's why it's so important to get an education, is they don't understand the essence of Bitcoin, because of some esoteric reporting and scaremongering by the news media. Um, Bitcoin has gained something like a personality almost, where people are giving it certain traits. But actually, Bitcoin is like email or the internet. It's a technology. It's a computer program. It's nothing more than that. It can't
Mm.
do anything by itself. It's really a very useful computer program. You can use it for anything, and you can use it for good things or bad things. But like anything, like the internet, the internet are the users of the internet are much more positive than it's negative. I mean, there's a lot of negative things on the internet, um, um, you know, uh, but the thing is, the positive things and the positive aspects of it outweigh it by far. And it's
Yeah.
the same with this technology. I think and people will wake up to the fact that it's just what it is. It's a technology that's useful, and you should be using it because it can save you money and it's useful.
Mm. Absolutely. Okay, so we can go on to our next article. R3 reveals 8 areas of focus for blockchain bank trials. So this is a consortium of over 40 financial institutions around the world working on these different proofs of concept. And basically, it's just to show how distributed ledgers can be used to streamline, all the transactions on Wall Street. So exciting stuff here too.
Well, this made me think of how, the 40 banks collaborating. And the only way they can collaborate is because we are in this technology world of the internet, of things like, conference calling, hangouts, Skype calls, where it's possible to work with groups in different countries, email different continents. And Bitcoin and the blockchain just fits right into that whole scenario. And this is just one of the reasons why the technology is developing so fast is because of this collaboration that is possible. Bitcoin is developed on a global scale. It's one of the first technologies that is created on a global scale, and not just locally because of the easy collaboration between partners that are building this.
You know what? I've also just thought about the fact that Bitcoin is going to um, affect people's lives so enormously. I mean, from someone who is a multi millionaire to someone who's in a rural area and has no access to anything but has a phone. Do you know what I mean? It's just amazing how this is going to work, and how many lives are going to be impacted by this.
Well, the thing is, we've always had two economies. We've had the formal economy, and then we've had the informal economy, which is much bigger than the formal economy, where people that not don't have access to, banks and things like that have been operating. Now we're building this digital economy that can bridge those two. So this is going to be absolutely amazing.
Yes, absolutely. It's just very, very exciting. I can't stop saying that. Okay, the Fed's getting involved here. Fed governor advises regulators to be attentive to blockchain. So basically, she's just saying regulators should seek to analyze the implications of the technology developments. So
I'm not even sure what that statement means. I don't think she knew what to say. If you ask me, it's just a non-descriptive statement, but at least it shows the Fed are watching blockchain development as well.
yeah, definitely, they have to watch it. Okay, so Russia's in the news here, and Bitcoin trademark issued for the first time in Russia, and it's to a guy called Alex Fork. Yeah, be interesting to see what he does here. He says he's not going to do much with it at the moment, but the fact of the matter, he's got this in his pocket.
Yeah, it's a good investment owning a Bitcoin trademark if you can get one.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, here's another Russian story. Payments firm Kiwi how do you pronounce this actually? Wants to launch Russia's R3 CEV. And actually what they want to do is they want to launch a domestic blockchain consortium, and compare it to the one that we know about, the 44-member one, the banking one. So interesting to see what's going to happen over here. Russia seems to, there's lots of news out there that Russia want to ban it. They want to put people in jail and they want to do all sorts of things. But as you mentioned earlier, it might be some sensationalism around Bitcoin, but it doesn't mean to say that they are totally against it.
Well, the thing is, the Russian government doesn't want to fall behind. I mean, they can see all other big banks and all other big governments getting involved in new technology. They're certainly not going to sit around and not, use technologies that can enhance the economy. They might restrict the public use of it, but as a government, they're certainly going to use it. That's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so the insurance industry is getting involved here. Insurance giant John Hancock begins blockchain tests. So, and actually, what they're going to do is they're going to be looking at their operational efficiency and effectiveness. And the first thing that they're going to do is they're working on KYC, which is know your customer. So obviously, they're going to be, talking to their customers to get this information.
Well, the big thing is once you put your KYC on the blockchain, it's there and it cannot be removed. It just saves time. I mean, how many times have you gone to your local bank to go give your same copy of your same passport and your same proof of address? I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous how banks, there are very few banks still that have central depositories for KYC stuff. Every time you do a transaction, you've got to go and identify yourself again.
Yes.
It should be done once.
Yes. Interesting development here.
It's going to save a lot of money, Tracy.
Yeah, it is, definitely. Basically, Bitcoin is going to Bitcoin and the blockchain is going to save the world a hang of a lot of money. Really, it is.
It already is saving.
Pardon?
It is already saving a lot of money in a lot of ways.
Yes, definitely. Time and if you're moving the money across borders, it's the time, it's the cost of changing into different currencies. It's even one of our articles was about saving paper. So it's just never going to end. So it's awesome. Okay, so the French central bank urges more research on blockchain impact. So it's the same type of thing, really, just that the Bank of France is now getting involved as well.
Yeah. I mean, the Germans are very involved in this as well. All the big economies are looking at new technology has been driving our economic growth now for a number of years, and big economies are aware of this. So they certainly, if there's a big new technology that has global application, you should be certain that all your big economies are going to be involved from a governmental point of view.
Yes.
It's crazy not to be.
So this is a big question, Peter. Is Bitcoin becoming more stable than gold? It's a very good question, that. What's your thoughts?
Well, my thoughts are, the reason why people are saying this is because the Bitcoin price has been so stable over the last few months, but really, you're talking about a blimp in the existence of Bitcoin. And yeah, the Bitcoin price in a very short space of time has been more stable than the gold price. But to me, it's just a indication that when news reports like this come out and volatility goes down, usually in the market, and news reports start reporting on it, it's usually a sign that volatility will start going up again. And I think things that are going to happen in the Bitcoin market, the halving of the block size that's coming in June, the actual increase in demand by all these applications coming online, all this blockchain technologies being developed, is going to put a fire under demand, which is going to increase volatility. So, yeah, in my view, this is just another signal to buy.
And you know what? With the people buying, there's a lot of people that are taking their Bitcoin out of offline. So it's not active Bitcoin because they're stashing it. Already over 15 million Bitcoin have already been created. So there's not a huge amount left. And interesting to see what's going to happen with the price. But I certainly think it's definitely going to be going up. And we know that it's coming, Peter. We absolutely know it's coming.
Well, there's $6.5 billion worth of Bitcoin in circulation. And, if you think about it logically, if Bitcoin goes mainstream and we've got $6.5 billion worth of Bitcoin, what's the size of the world economy?
Yeah.
I mean, the Bitcoin price could go up 100 times. It could come
Yes.
600, even 600 billion is nothing.
Yes.
And I think, that brings me to what I believe is the biggest news of the week so far, is the fact that the Bitcoin price has just jumped over $445.
Yes. Well, that's a very nice jump, and it's happened over the last couple of days. It's starting to edge up.
It's starting to edge up, and it has to edge up because, there's so much demand out there, and the demand is just going to increase and increase and increase, and there's a limited supply. So, it's a natural inflation fighter. And, so don't even get me started. The ways the banks are printing money, the central banks are not stopping. There's only one way for Bitcoin, and that's going up because Bitcoin is deflationary. I saw a very good image earlier this week of a grocery basket of what you can, purchase with one Bitcoin in 2009, what you would have purchased with $1 in 2009, and what you can purchase with Bitcoin today, and what you can still purchase with $1 today.
Yes, I know it's hectic. Oh, Peter, you know what? I just think everybody needs to brace themselves because this is going to happen. So excited about this, and that's the reason why this statement, in my opinion, is just amazing. Ignorance is not bliss. So those people that are sticking their heads in the sand, thinking that this is a scam, this is a passing fad, that it's never going to work. All these kind of people, they need to actually realize that it absolutely is. It's changing the world. It's unstoppable. It's completely revolutionary. And as you said earlier, very disruptive. So, are you on the right side of this?
Well, the thing is, I think this is one of the first technologies that's going to really, impact your life if you're not using that technology, because it goes to the core of your existence, which is money. And it will affect your investments, your long-term financial future of your family. So it is very important that at least you educate yourself, at the very least. Don't be ignorant. And there's no reason to be afraid of education. You can be afraid of a technology, you can be afraid of an investment, you can be afraid of a scam, you can be afraid of all of those things. But why on earth would you be afraid to educate yourself about something that has this potential? And especially if that education is free.
Yes.
Totally,
Agreed.
totally free. And we are providing that. That's one of the services we provide. All you have to do is go to our Facebook page, come to your Bit Media YouTube channel and go to your blog. Take all those things in, and you'll get a free education. At least you'll have all the basics in place to know what Bitcoin is about and what to do, and you will keep in tune with what's happening in the market. Why
Yeah.
don't you just give yourself the gift of knowledge? It doesn't cost anything.
Well, you know what? That's awesome because yeah, people need to know what's going on, and the good thing is that we're trying to put it in one place and educate as many people as we possibly can, and that's really our mission, Peter.
Our mission is to build the largest Bitcoin community, and we're doing that every day. We're working steadfast into that direction, and more people are joining our community, and it's growing larger and larger. And we invite everybody to join us.
Absolutely. So consider yourself invited.
Consider
And
yourself invited, and go to the blog and go collect some Satoshi. It's free.
yeah, for free. Okay, Peter, thanks very much for this week. So we'll catch up again next week this time.
I'll see you next week this time, Tracy.
All
And
right.
thank you very much, and enjoy your weekend, which is starting tomorrow.
Yeah, tonight. Tonight it starts.
Oh, do you go? Does Dubai start the weekend in the evening? Okay.
Yeah, they start in the evening. You know, it's Thursday night is Friday night here in the Middle East.
Ah, I see.
So yeah, so very, very nice. And of course, tomorrow I'm off to the beach. So you'll need to do the work.
Well, need to send us some nice beach pictures for the blog.
I will do.
I'd love to have some pictures of you in your bikini on the blog there.
And on that happy note, we'll end off. Cheerio, Peter. Thanks,
Cheers.
listeners.
Bye bye.
Bye.